everybody, and welcome to episode 42 of the Detroit Lions franchise. We are going to be going over week 1 to 3 of the preseason. It was already a very long video. I didn't want to put the fourth game in, but at this point of the series, I also wanted to focus on the team in the last episode, where we're going to go over our cuts, our decisions to keep certain players and not keep others. So I thought separating week 4 was the better option, though it is edited and it will be coming out right after I post this one, or quite soon after. But I wanted to focus in the first 3 games. We have a lot going on. We have some new members to the team. We've moved on from certain players in the offseason. There's going to be young players who we've drafted in the past and we just drafted that are going to be getting a lot of snaps early on during the preseason. And we're going to get to see what they're capable of doing, as this is still a very young team and we are looking to develop some of these players that we've brought in over the past couple seasons. Now this will be the first kickoff of the preseason right there. We're going to be playing Tampa Bay. Of course, no more Tom Brady, as he is a free agent. So it's going to be Dwayne Haskins. We faced Jameis Winston a little, I believe it's next game. But Dwayne Haskins here, a guy who throws a lot of interceptions. Quite frankly, I don't see much of a difference between him and Jameis Winston. But it is what it is. They're going to start off running the ball, so a good gain of about 3 yards. Now, the preseason does run a little bit differently. We're not going to go over every play. I'm kind of just going to go over the important series, the big plays that we see. Plays like this, where Ricard, our rookie cornerback, who we traded up for in the first round, is going to be tested quite a bit during this preseason. So we're going to see how he reacts. But we're going to show a little bit of everything. Jeff Okudah there is the target, but a lot of talent in this roster anyway. Mike Evans, Curtis Samuels, O.J. Howard. So a lot of talent, but there's a big sack by Josh Sweat, who we've brought back after re-signing him last season. That's going to end their drive effectively. So a 4th and 20, they are going to punt the ball. And we're going to have between Melo St. Clair and Brooks returning for us quite a bit. And a nice move there, breaking another tackle. I think Melo St. Clair is going to be a fresh look on this return teams that we have. Jamal Agnew was just not so great last season, so handing the books off to Melo St. Clair, who is younger, faster, doesn't have the returning abilities, but I think he'll be even more effective nonetheless. But here comes Philip Shelby in his second season as a full-time starter, his 3rd season in general. A great run there by DeAndre Swift for a good gain of 8. Now, we won't see too much of him as the preseason goes on. I think we know exactly what he's capable of, and to avoid injuries, the less amount of reps, the better. Looking to make a throw here, finding Mecole Hardman for the first time. That's a gain of 13. We're hoping that they can get some chemistry together quite early, as I think this will be a great duo and trio when you add in Rodney Foreman. Getting this one to DeAndre Swift, who breaks a tackle. That's going to be another gain of about 7. So that's going to be 3rd and 4 here. Philip Shelby in the shotgun. Swift off to his left. He's motioning a man in. Waiting to snap the ball. Here he goes. Trying to find somebody. Getting to the sideline. That's DeAndre Swift. Makes a man miss. Breaks a tackle. And just like that, another big first down for our star running back. Keeping this drive alive. We're hoping we can come out with some points here. Philip Shelby dropping back. It's the shotgun. Headed to the end zone. That is Hawkinson. A great catch by Hawkinson on the sideline. TJ Hawkinson is going to make a great catch, keeps his feet in bounds, and that's going to be a big touchdown there and a great connection between our young quarterback and star tight end. Finding O.J. Howard here. Dwayne Haskins is hoping to put some points up for the Buccaneers this time after coming out empty in the last drive. Haskins dropping back, lots of time in the pocket, eventually throwing it deep, and it's a big catch there. I believe that was Ronnie Harrison in coverage. Curtis Samuel is making a big grab, not known for using his big body, or having a big body to make these big jumping balls, but he's able to get that one there. He's usually known for his speed. Another catch for him on the drive right there. Finally, heading into the second quarter, Dwayne Haskins no longer in the game. It's going to be the backups. Donovan Crawford trying to get pressure in. He's going to go for the back of the end zone. But there is Marcus Spears, a guy that we drafted, a 90 speed middle linebacker. He's got a lot of athleticism. He's going to be one of those guys that we look to develop in the linebacker crew, but eventually getting pressure. That's going to be Donovan Crawford. The penalty is a holding, I believe. So it's going to be a sack and a field goal. Gardner Minshew, our new backup quarterback, out there on his very first drive is going to be sacked. So it's going to be a 3rd and 11 after a good gain of 6 on first down. Gardner Minshew here trying to make some plays here on his first drive, trying to show that he can still be an NFL quarterback. Looking around, he's going to dump this one off for Paul Poole, a young receiver, for a gain of 4. So we are going to punt it on Gardner Minshew's first drive. 1st and 10 now. Dobbs, who we saw last season during the preseason, we know he's got some legs. Let's see if he's improved in the passing game. Dropping back. Dobbs looking for an open guy. Hits it short there. That's going to be a short gain of about 2. 2nd and 8 now. 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the second. Dobbs is going to fake snap it. Go for 2. Hand this one off. No, it's a read option. Dobbs headed to the sideline. Giovanni Tavai in pursuit, but a great gain of 23 yards nonetheless. We know he can run. We have to be better prepared for that. 2nd and 4 now. Dobbs dropping back. He's going to find it short there. It's going to be Adrian Phillips who's able to eventually take him down, but a first down nonetheless. It's a great decision by the young quarterback. Of course, the score is still 7-3, but that could change at any point here. Dobbs looking for an open guy right down the middle. That's going to be just short of a first down, if not just short. So they do not get a good marking there. So 2nd and goal. Here we go. Dobbs dropping back, trying to find an open guy. He's got someone right down the middle. It's the running back. And that's going to be a touchdown there to take the lead. So it's going to be a 10-7 ball game. And we're hoping for a big return here. It's going to be Brooks, the other guy that we were talking about, to take over in the return game, and a great job there. Breaks one more tackle, and who knows what happens, but takes us down to the 31. We love to see it. So we are going to see Gardner Minshew once again. Let's hope he can have a more successful second drive. He's going to hand this one off to Matt Breida, who we signed to a 2-year deal. We're just hoping that he can show us something. We brought him in for that speed. We didn't really get to see it in his first season with us, but he's going to get a lot of looks here. Going to David Njoku on the sideline, and we're going to be forced to punt it on a 4th and 8. So Gardner Minshew has been unable to get much progress in his first 2 drives. Finding the tight end there, that's going to be Dobbs. Further on to the field, a couple plays later with 16 seconds left, looking to put some points up on the board. They already have the lead. Now what can they do? Going deep! And that is a big catch. I believe that was Kirkland in coverage. So they are unable to put some points up on the board at the end of the day. They do run out of time. So we are going to get the ball back at half. And Gardner Minshew, we're trying to see what he's all about. Getting a decent gain on his first one. That's going to be Hollister, who he brought in to replace Jesse James as 3rd tight end. A little bit of a spoiler here, but he has a very good preseason for us. We were quite impressed. You're going to see it as the video goes on. Paul Poole right down the middle in the slants. He's wide open. That's going to be a good gain of about 15, if not more. 3 receptions already here today. 1st and 10 now. Going in with a little bit of a bunch set on the right. 2 running backs. It's going to be Gardner Minshew dropping back, trying to find an open guy. Does indeed go to Paul Poole after pump faking him. And that's another big catch by the young receiver who seems to be getting open in every pass play so far. 4 receptions for 45 yards. 1st and 10 here. Gardner Minshew dropping back. He's got a wide open David Njoku touchdown. And the 2 touchdowns here today have both gone to the tight ends. We love to see it. Both corner routes, they're creating separation there for easy grabs. 2nd and 8 here. A great catch by Streets. Dobbs is currently 11 for 12. He has definitely improved his passing game so far, but his guys are just getting open as well. Going to the flat route there, not much going. That's going to be taken down for a gain of absolute nothing. 3rd quarter, 5.5 minutes left, just about. Dobbs in the shotgun, dropping back, trying to find an open guy. Not much pressure coming in, heading to the hook route there, but that's going to be ripped out of his hands to force a punt. Now, of course, I don't usually show these returns unless there's some good content here. But this time is not on our side. It's going to be a great punt by Pinion. And that's going to be all the way to the 2-yard line. But a penalty by one of our blockers. That's a blocking in the back by Paul Kirkland. That's going to put us down on the 1-yard line. So a great job by the punt team for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And a safety by Matt Breida on the very next play who gets tripped up. So a great series, a great punt leads to 2 points up on the board for the Buccaneers. You love it when your special teams can make a play that'll affect the scoreboard. 3rd and 5 here, throwing it down to Streets. That's a gain of 5, so just enough for the first down. Dobbs continues to look great here today. Now, I believe that is Vaughn getting a good gain of about 9. Tries to spin a man, but it's not going to be enough for the first down, but 9 yards nonetheless. You absolutely love to see it if you're a Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive lineman right now. Finding Jahlani Tavai, the wrong team. He had a guy open, but Jahlani Tavai was behind him. He throws it behind his guy, perhaps a miscommunication. He was maybe hoping this guy would just sit and not go to the out route there. But 70 yards for Jahlani Tavai, who's able to make a big play off a mistake by Dobbs. And that's going to be a big gain and a big touchdown for our team. Finding the running back on the deep slant there. It's going to be Ren Ricard in coverage there. He's going to give up a big catch to Shields. So we're going to have a 2nd and 4 here. 20-12 after the big pick 6. We got the turnover we needed. Now we got to shut them down. Pressure eventually coming through, and that's going to be Donovan Crawford. But rookie defensive tackle Timmy Shade does go down. We're hoping it is not too serious. We'll find out eventually. Very next play, 4th down, finding the flat route. That's going to be enough for the first down. It's going to be Saunders with the grab. Didn't get much after the catch, but just enough. And it's going to be a high ankle sprain for Timmy Shade. So depending on how serious that is, that could be a couple weeks. If not, he could return quite soon. It'll just depend on how he is. Almost intercepted by Ben Ricard in the back of the end zone. He's going to drop it. Hard to believe if he would have got his feet inbound, but they do eventually punt it. So it's going to be it's going to be 20-12. Going deep there, almost intercepted, looking for Paul Poole. We had eventually punt it. Nothing too entertaining on that drive, but they do get good field possession here. It's going to be thrown in the crossing route, and that's going to be a big touchdown. And they are going to be able to inch this game closer, 20-18. 3.5 minutes left on the 24. Gardner Minshew, we want him to end this game. Going to the middle, that's going to be, I believe, DeAndre Brooks, who's going to get the big catch there for about 13-14 in the dig route right there. Gardner Minshew staying out in the shotgun, trying to find an open guy. He's going to find Brooks once again, and he's going to break a tackle, but the backup for the Buccaneers will be able to take him down. That's his 2nd catch of the game. 2 big ones. 2.5 minutes left. We are encroaching on 2-minute warning. Finding Paul Poole, getting the first down, following Brooks, but unable to get that to that 2nd level of speed. And he's going to be taken down before he can get to the open field. But five receptions for 64 yards. Paul Poole looks like a typical slot receiver for us. We are really impressed. Headed to the sideline, Melo St. Clair in the comeback route. A great catch there. That's his first reception of the game. He has not been overly involved so far. Gardner Minshew now, dropping back, trying to find a guy. It's Paul Poole, who is going to take the contact and get into the end zone. That tops off a beautiful performance by Paul Poole. We really like what we saw out of him here today. Pressure coming on Dobbs, eventually taken down, and that was Truman, a rookie defensive end. Going now, 3rd and 21. He's going to go deep here. Paul Kirkland is going to knock this one out. So a 4th and 21 here. We have a chance to seal this game. Dobbs looking to make the big play needed to keep this game alive. He's going to be looking to go deep. He is going to the sideline and not caught. I thought they came down with it at first, but Paul Kirkland does a great job of wrestling it out. So that's going to be the end of game 1. 33-18. We saw some great performances by Paul Poole, as well as DeAndre Swift, who made a couple big plays. We expect that from him. Gardner Minshew didn't look too bad for a backup quarterback, but the importance here is we do have a big, I guess it's veteran thing. I believe it's for Marlon Mason, and it is. So he gets a good boost right there. I believe we went finesse pass block. I know I skipped over it quite quickly, but it wasn't a finesse pass block. So we'll see how he performs in this game to see if he can get that second part of the boost that usually comes with those mentorship scenarios. In this game, we are facing Jameis Winston. I confused him for the Week 1 opponent, but here he is for the Washington football team. Don't want to get into the habit of saying the Redskins, even though it is pretty hard because I was used to saying the Redskins, but it is the football team now, and Jameis Winston is leading him. So we face off the Buccaneers, and then we face off a Buccaneers product in the very next week. And they've got Antonio Gibson, who is a phenomenal running back, shows a lot of potential in real life, but in this game has become quite a good one already, and he's going to get a big gain of about 12-13 right there. 2nd and 6 here. Jameis Winston under center, Gibson in the backfield. It's going to be a short pass, finding, scaring Terry McLaurin, and he's going to take a big hit by Malik Hooker, who no longer has his superstar ability, but still a great talent, and showing it there as he comes down on that slant route. That's not Kirkland, that's Ben Ricard coming in with the big knockdown there on the hook route. We like to see that. You can see a quick resume of our draft class. If you want to pause it, you can, to go look at who we brought in if you did not look at a recap video. But a slant here, wide open. Ronnie Harrison bit into the hook on in the middle of the field, and he's going to get burnt behind him in the slant. So a great job by Jameis Winston on their first drive. 5.5 minutes now. Philip Shelby looking to get some damage in, hitting the sideline, looking for Matt Breida, beating Fuller to the outside, and that's going to be a gain of about 13. A great job by Matt Breida, finally starting to see what that speed can do in the flat routes. He's able to turn away. Going now to Rodney Foreman, who we didn't see too much in game 1, but there he is. He's going to catch a slant route for another gain of about 12. So a great start so far for Philip Shelby in this passing offense. Right down the middle, DeAndre Swift is going to pick up about 15. And we are absolutely cruising down the field so far. We are looking great. 2nd and 10 now, back in the shotgun. Philip Shelby is going to audible the play here. It's going to be a play action, looking for somebody downfield. Melo St. Clair unable to come down with it. I believe that was Fuller in coverage. We do eventually have to punt, though, so the hot start does not last. And Jameis Winston gets a second opportunity to put some points up on the board, but Josh Sweat says no, and he's going to be helped out there by Julian Okwara, the younger brother of Romeo Okwara, who's no longer on the team, but Julian has been a good depth option for us. He's going to get parts into that sack. Going deep for Terry, and that's going to be thrown out of bounds. Jameis Winston unable to keep this one inbound to give Terry, but Jeff Okudah was hip to hip with him. He was on the scene. Philip Shelby back out on offense, finding Mecole Hardman, looking to get him involved in the drag routes to hopefully get him to turn upfield, but he will be tackled right after the catch. So 3rd and 2 here. Looking to get something out of this drive. Philip Shelby dropping back, trying to find an open guy. He's going to find DeAndre Swift, who falls as soon as he makes the catch. Ronald Darby was the nearest defender. 1st and 10 after the first down. This probably will be the last play of the first half. Going deep for Mecole Hardman, but we overthrew him. But not only that, Ronald Darby was step for step with him. So we do get one more play of the quarter. But imagine outthrowing Mecole Hardman. Hard to believe. Going to the corner route there. TJ Hawkinson, tough grab. He's turning upfield. He's got potential to score. Breaks a tackle. But the pursuit defender is able to take him down while he's off balance. And he will take us to the 3-yard line. We are going to lose 2 on first down trying to run the ball. But very next play, rolling out, trying to find something. Philip Shelby finds nobody, trying to get to the outside to run it in. He gets back those 2 yards that we initially lost, but that's about it. Philip Shelby now under center, looking for the fade route. Throws it too low, and that's going to be an interception for Cameron Curl, the young defensive back for the Washington football team. If you're going to have Rodney Foreman on a fade route, you just put some air on it, but he tries to laser it in because he did create initial separation, but Cameron Curl is just going to be sitting there ready to make that grab. You really got to put some air on there. A young quarterback mistake and a lack of communication there. You you got to take advantage of guys like Rodney Foreman. We've seen what he's been capable of doing on those jump balls. We gotta reciprocate that right there. After the interception, 3rd and 7, a sack by Truman, picked up by Trey Flowers. And that's going to be a great job by the rookie defensive end and Trey Flowers to recover it. He is getting some reps a little later into the game. DeAndre Swift now, the running back, picking up about 12 yards. That's a great job by the young running back. He's really becoming a star for us. And it's been quite a surprise after the, I wouldn't want to say disappointing first season, but underwhelming. He really took off in the second year in our reign as head coach, and he's just getting better and better, and he's showing it here in the very few snaps and looks that he's getting in preseason. Philip Shelby rolling out. This time, he will be able to get in while running it himself, and he's going to celebrate with everybody here. He brings in the offensive lineman as well. You love to see it. But we tie the game up 7-7. Antonio Gibson getting the ball here on 2nd and 7. That's going to be a short gain of about 4. But 3rd and 3 is more than manageable here for Jameis Winston. Dropping back from under center, looking for somebody, going deep. Ronnie Harrison picks it off. A great job by the safety. Another player who was maybe a little underwhelming for us in his first year. But I thought other than that slant we talked about in the first week, he was pretty good in this in this preseason. We're hoping it carries through. But great physical running by DeAndre Swift after the interception. You'll love to see it. 3rd and 2 now. Philip Shelby in the shotgun. Swift out to his left. Looking around, trying to find an open guy. Just does not see the defender coming down for it. A great job. He does get it tackled. But I believe that is Jayon Brown, a very athletic linebacker, just making a great read, undercutting the drag route there. That's going to be the 2nd interception of the game for Philip Shelby. Finding Terry McLaurin, who makes a move on Mitch Klein, makes a miss completely. Thank you to Terrence Kramer, who is able to eventually take him down. But Scary Terry has become a great receiver. I do believe he's about 95 overall now as he's developed. He's looking great. Running the ball, Jameis Winston is going to be taken down by Jeff Okudah. A couple guys did end up helping him. Jameis Winston is a surprising runner. He's shown the ability at Florida State to make a couple big runs. He tends to take a little bit of contact there, but he's a big dude. He has shown to be able to shrug it off there. So even though he doesn't have that top-end speed of a running quarterback, he is pretty impressive in the run game for a guy his size. Finding Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry in the end zone for a big slant touchdown. So 14-7. Philip Shelby's got about 50 seconds to hopefully get some points up on the board. Finding the sideline, Mecole Hardman. A great job getting open there. 7 for 17. Not an impressive showing for Philip Shelby so far. But this is a very talented defensive group. It's hard to believe that we would perform at such a high level with so many new players and young players still needing to develop. I expect if we do face them later on in the season that we will be able to do better. Going to the end zone, Rodney Foreman! If only he high points the ball there, we might be better off. We do end up settling for a field goal. But Gardner Minshew here is going to take the reins in the second half. Going to Matt Breida. We're still looking for that big play from Matt Breida that shows us that speed is worth a lot coming out of the backfield. We have yet to see it, but hopefully it comes here today. 3rd and 8 early. Bringing in the pressure from the outside and sacked by Jonathan Hitchens, a veteran linebacker, unable to do much here. We do get a punt here. We're hoping it's a big one. I don't show them unless they are. But it's going to be Keon Crossan coming in. Big hit! And the ball comes out and it is recovered by Paul Kirkland. And we get the ball in great field position here. Keon Crossan is an extremely fast defensive back. The reason we brought him in is for special teams help. He's a guy who, no matter how far we punt it, we feel as if he will be there because of how fast he is. And he is right there to make the big hit. Finding Paul Poole in the slant there. A great job. Going down to Hollister. We talked about him having a good preseason. Well, that's part of it right there. A great touchdown by our 3rd tight end. He's got a little bit of a celebration. Do not ask me what that was. We did call him out in the meetings after the game. I do want to assure you of that because that was not pretty. 1st and 10 now. Giving it to Todd Gurley. One hell of a backup running back. He gets 10 yards on his first rush here. A great start to the run game for this backup lineup. I believe that is Calhoun, perhaps, his backup quarterback. He's a rookie, as we've seen, but finding a guy in the drag, a good block, and he is going to take this one to the house. An awkward play there as our two defenders did end up hitting each other, so Gardner Minshew is going to get out on the field much sooner than he probably expected. Giving this one off to Matt Breida, hitting the sideline, making a man miss, and that was the play. That was the play right there. He gets by that safety and he takes this one to the house. A great run nonetheless, but we really thought we were going to get more. Finding Hollister on the sideline there, another great catch. Did score the touchdown last drive, so he's carrying on a great drive and getting a big catch right there. Gardner Minshew dropping back, trying to find somebody. He's going to find David Njoku, turns upfield. He's going to run it into the end zone. And we are finding so much success with this playbook, getting our tight ends open. Whether it was TJ Hawkinson, David Njoku, and we've been seeing Hollister now get involved, all these guys just seem to really fit what we're trying to do. Now, running the ball, Calhoun is going to get a big gain of about 16. These running quarterbacks tend to succeed against us quite a bit. We haven't faced them off too much, and even when we did, I do remember facing against guys like Lamar Jackson, and even he didn't run that much against us. But these quarterbacks are going into the passing plays, not finding anything, and they're finding a gap and they're running through it, and it's found success. We saw it with Dobbs not too long after. Now, not getting too much on that drive after the big penalty. We are back on offense. Matt Breida does look better in this game than he did last game, but still waiting for that big pop-up play from him. Play action here, rolling out. Just going to dump this one off to Hollister, trying to get the first down. That's exactly what we do get, getting about 5 yards. 5 for 6 so far for Gardner Minshew, finding much more success than Philip Shelby so far. This time he runs it, headed to the sideline, outruns a defensive lineman, and that's going to be 17. So Gardner Minshew showing that he can get it done with his legs as well. Couple plays later, 1st and 10, time is running out, about to enter the 4th. Looking downfield, finding David Njoku, getting his feet in bounds, and that is a big grab for our tight end. And our tight ends are just looking great so far. Looking for, down the middle, Hollister for his second touchdown of the game. And they have just all been so impressive, making big catches downfield in the intermediate passing game. We love the group. And I do believe so far that Hollister has been a major upgrade over Jesse James. Calhoun is going to be taken down by Jelani Tavai. It's why we love having him as depth. We know what he's capable of. He started with us in his first season here. We know what he's capable of. Was our leading tackler that year. We just love having him there. Calhoun, perhaps not trusting his arm here. He does get the first down, but relying on that run game quite a bit here. Already his 3rd run. 1st and 10 now with 7.5 minutes left on the 49. Calhoun is going to pass this one short. That's going to be a good gain of about 7 right there. You can't be mad. 7 and 8 here. You'd think he'd be more adept to throwing the ball, but he has been running, and I do believe it won't be the last time this game. Finding the hook route, but unable to make the grab, so that will cause a punt. So Gardner Minshew, who's been impressive here today, gets to stay out on the field, trying to get the Melo St. Clair there, but he's going to overthrow it down the middle. He just does not get open after the sack of separation. He takes a little too much time there, trying to find somebody down the field, but pressure comes in. And that's going to be an injury on the Washington side, a defensive lineman, but after the great sack, I believe it was Jonathan Hitches for his 2nd sack. We're going to punt the ball. 1st and 10 here, Calhoun rolling out, almost getting him, but there's the big run. He's looking for it, jumps over a man. That is a hurdle over Amani. You don't like to see that from our slot corner, but Calhoun with his 4th run, and he's averaging over 10 yards a run right now. He is doing phenomenal. 1st and 10 now. Calhoun rolling out once again. He's got nothing but yards ahead of him, and we just can't adjust. Amani looking for revenge, but he's going to bounce right off of him. Another big run for Calhoun. Now, I don't know how much success this will translate to the scoreboard. Of course, At some point, a quarterback has to be able to settle down and throw. He tries to run it there again, but we do take him down with Adrian Phillips. So a gain of 2, but it's 3rd and 8 here with 3.5 minutes left. Will Calhoun be able to get the first down? Snapping the ball as the time's running out. He's rolling out here. He's going to slide, but not enough for the first down. He's going to be short 2, but they do go for it on 4th and 2. Calhoun is going to hand this ball off to Todd Gurley, and it's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage, so they do not get that first down, and that means Gardner Minshew gets to come back in here. The game is near its end. We are almost at the 2-minute warning. Let's see if we can get a couple more plays in. Going down the field, Hollister, another big grab downfield, 9 for 11, 140 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Gardner Minshew. He's been very impressive against this backup defense. Finding Matt Breida here, heading to the sideline, and a great run there. Not the big run we're waiting for, but he's showing that he's able to get to that second level. I just have to feel as if it's coming. Gardner Minshew now is going to run this. He's going to spin, create some separation, but a defensive lineman in pursuit is going to punch this one out. And the Washington football team, led by Calhoun, does get to come back out here and hopefully keep this game tight for their sake. Looking around, right down the middle, he's going to find number 14. I need to figure out his name because he's also the one who scored the touchdown on us earlier. But great separation there on the double move. Here's another run by Calhoun. He'll be taken down for a gain of about 10. 3rd and inches here. They don't get a good spot. Looking to get the first down. Calhoun going down the field. A big catch by the receiver. A physical grab in midair. But with 43 seconds left and 1 timeout, time is running down. Calhoun is going to roll out, but he'll be taken down by Donovan Crawford. I believe he's already got 3 sacks in 2 games throughout this preseason. Now rolling out, he's going to outrun Roseman, but not much further after Paul Kirkland does take him down. So 4th and 7, 15 seconds left. Unless they score here, this game is as good as over. 4th and 7. Calhoun is going to roll out. What are you doing? He's going to be taken down by rookie defensive tackle Timmy Shade, and that will mark the end out of that one. So going into week 3, we got a couple division games here between the Chicago Bears and the Packers for week 3 and 4 respectively. These are going to be important games. We just want to get a little bit of a dominant side, a dominant approach. I know it's the preseason, but if we can get in their heads even here, we're going to enjoy it. Now, Josh Rosen is the starting quarterback. No more MVP Nick Foles. We'll see how they handle the quarterback switch. Now, they still got guys like Allen Robinson and David Montgomery on the team, Cole Kmet as well. So still a lot of talent on this offense, but a new quarterback. It really seems like Nick Foles was the perfect guy for them, but they eventually move on. He has been regressing. I don't think he's I believe he might even be low 60s now in free agency. So they do eventually move on to Josh Rosen, and we're going to get our first looks at him here in this preseason. Dropping back now, everybody out of the backfield. Going down to Cole Kmet. That's going to be a big gain. That's Amani in coverage. James Daniels, a starting, I believe, left guard for them. He's going to be injured, so he's going to be out for the rest of this game, I believe. Very next play, going in the slant. That's going to be Cooper, who's made big plays against us in the past. We all know about that. Sorry, Copper, not Cooper. But that's going to be a big slant there. This offense has given us a lot of issues. A couple miracle plays here and there. Going to the sideline, and Cole Kmet just makes a big boy catch over Terrence Kramer. That's a great play there between Josh Rosen and the starting tight end. So starting with a touchdown early, Philip Shelby looking to respond. 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. We're on the 25-yard line. Philip Shelby looking for an open guy. Melo St. Clair does a great job of falling down, protecting himself. That's going to be a gain of about 6. 2nd and 5 here. Philip Shelby is going to drop back. Throw this one down to Mecole Hardman. Trying to make a man miss, but does a great job of slowing him down for Roquan Smith to eventually catch up. 1st and 10 after the big gain there. Giving Damian Harris, who we ended up signing before our week 3. It was just hard seeing him in free agency, a guy that I'm a big fan of in real life. I think he's going to have a great season this year. Going to David Njoku downfield. Great catch. But it was just hard seeing Damian Harris in the free agency. I know we got a guy like Keyshawn Crocker But I want to see what he was capable of course. If you can find an upgrade this late into the free agency, you got to try it out. Finding Mecole Hardman on the great rollout and the crossing route there. A great job by Philip Shelby to buy more time and putting it on the dot from Melo St. Clair. And that's going to be our equalizing touchdown. Now, we did try to go for two. We don't get it. And now, Money Mooney is unable to grab it. He's had hands issues in the past against us. You'd think at some point he'd develop out of them, get that catching upgrade through. But he's been unable to make big grabs against us in the past, and there's a drop right there early in preseason. We do eventually force a punt after knocking the ball away from Allen Robinson. He hasn't been a big factor so far here in the first quarter, but here goes Melo St. Clair, getting to the outside. Already has a touchdown here today. No penalties on the field. And Melo St. Clair with the punt return touchdown. That is the big special teams play we've been waiting for. And it comes from Melo St. Clair. Once again, going for two. Trying to get back to 14. Unable to get it. Now, it is the preseason. You want to see what works in the goal line scenarios. We haven't found it clearly, as we failed 2 2-point conversions. He's going downfield, testing Jeff Okudah, but intercepted over Copper. Maybe a sign of revenge. Now, of course, when it comes down to the importance of Copper's touchdown play over Jeff Okudah on the very last play of the game just last season, and Jeff Okudah's interception here in the preseason. Now, you might get it over to Copper, but this could be Jeff Okudah saying enough is enough. It's time for me to take over against you. Damien Harris getting a good read here. He's going to cut it back up the middle of the field for a good gain. And Bilal Nichols now, the second big loss for the Chicago Bears. They lost starting left guard Daniels, and now Bilal Nichols, a starting defensive tackle, is going to go down. Trying to find a gap there, unable to for Damien Harris. So 3rd and 4 here. Trying to find somebody downfield, going Rodney Foreman, and there is a penalty out on the field. That's going to be a pass interference on the defense, so that does take us all the way down to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal here. Philip Shelby rolling out, trying to find something. He's just going to end up fumbling it. I believe he was in the motion of trying to throw it away, but doesn't get the ball off in time. Roquan Smith scoops it and is taking this one to the house. A great job there by the Bears defense. You don't like to see it, though. At the 1-yard line, we have an opportunity to take a lead of this game. Damien Harris now is going to run it right up the middle. Great physical running, but just nothing too impressive yet. Now, the reason I am saying that is because we have guys like Keyshawn Crocker who deserve to be developed. He showed to be a great physical running back, but on top of that, to be great in the open field as well. I wanted to see if Damien Harris would be an upgrade in that facet. We haven't seen it yet, though he has been impressive. He's been a physical back for us, and that's about it. Going deep here, Ben Ricard is going to lose the ball, and that's going to be a great catch by Copper. Now, whether Josh Rosen underthrew that or not, it was a great catch by Copper nonetheless. So here they are with a new set of downs much further into the field. It's going to be a screenplay for David Montgomery, but Deshaun Hand, who showed great hustle on certain plays last season, really impressive plays, continuing to show that he is that type of player who's going to go make plays even when, technically speaking, most defensive tackles would give up. Trying to find Copper there in the post. A great job by Okudah. So back out on offense after a field goal. Philip Shelby trying to take the lead here. We're hoping for it. Philip Shelby looking around. He's going to roll out. Nothing much. Trying to go downfield, but Melo St. Clair just unable to get there. Perhaps an overthrow by Philip Shelby. You kind of just want to put it on his chest in that situation. He's wide open, but unable to do so. So after punting the ball, here comes Josh Rosen again. Now we have officially crossed the 2-minute warning, and that means that the Bears offense is back out, but a great hit by Ronnie Harrison. A little delayed on my reaction there, but a phenomenal hit. Has an interception in this preseason. A big hit on a great tight end in Cole Kmet. That's just great stuff. Now going down the field for Rodney Foreman, outrunning 2 defenders, and that is a big touchdown by our big receiver. Rodney Foreman puts us back ahead with about a minute left to go in the second quarter. Josh Rosen is going to go for the screenplay. A great pickup block there. David Montgomery is going to get the first down. Ronnie Harrison does eventually take him down. But a 1st and 10 here with 50 seconds left. They have yet to use a timeout. Josh Rosen dropping back, trying to find an open guy. What does he find? He's going to go after Ben Ricard on the sideline. A great catch there. But they have used 2 timeouts here on a 3rd and 1 with 40 seconds left. Josh Rosen is going to throw it downfield, looking for Allen Robinson, and we made a play against Copper, but Allen Robinson is Allen Robinson, of course. A great job, and that's going to leave us with 30 seconds now on the 20-yard line to hopefully get a couple plays in and try to get a touchdown. Philip Shelby heading to the sideline, doing a great job finding Melo St. Clair. Now, not a lot of time left. We did drive down the field a little bit, but at this point, it's looking like we would be better off looking for field goal territory. But going deep to Rodney Foreman, overthrowing him here. And I believe that is exactly what we do. We're going for a field goal. But I do not understand why they stacked the line and audible here. Going to the slant and nobody to beat after Eddie Jackson. I don't know what you're thinking here. I know that we want to go for a field goal. But do you really bite into that first down that much? What do you gain, Chicago? What do you gain? You get a first down, but you have 1 timeout. You maybe get a field goal. But if I throw the ball, we have nothing but open field to work with. And if not, we run it and we get the first down. I just don't see what gives going for a situation like that where you decide to stack the line, but we take advantage of it. So we're going to see more Damian Harris here. Another good run by him, showing his physicality. Philip Shelby will be playing 3 quarters here today. We'll see Gardner Minshew in the 4th. DeAndre Swift rubs off a tackle, enough for a first down. A great job there. 1st and 10 now. 3rd quarter. Philip Shelby is dropping back, and he's going to find, I believe that's Hollister on the side. TJ Hawkinson on the sideline, and it is. That's a great gain there. Philip Shelby looking to put some more points up on the board. Finding Mecole Hardman, trying to break a tackle, but it just seems like every time we get in the ball in the drags, there's just not much room upfield for him to make a play. It'll come eventually, I'm sure of it, but we are hoping to see it in preseason. Going to the sideline, Mecole Hardman. Oh, going for the tough grab there, but it'll be eventually knocked out there. I appreciate Philip Shelby trying to take a shot there for our new receiver acquisition. 2nd and 10. Finding Copper. That's a good gain. Great stuff there. 1st and 10 now for the Bears. About 5.5 minutes left in the 3rd. Josh Rosen is going to hand this one off right down the middle. He's going to be met by Terrence Kramer and Ronnie Harrison, who made the initial contact. So it's going to be a 2nd and 8 here. He's going to go play action here. He's got Cole Kmet in the corners, but he's going to dump this one off to... Oh, wow, we got to recover that. Ronnie Harrison with another big hit, this time on David Montgomery, unable to recover it. Great job by Ronnie Harrison, really showing some great physicality here in the preseason. You love to see it. A run there by David Montgomery, a good one, but it's not going to be enough for the first down. But after the penalty, it's not enough for the first down. They do eventually go for nothing. Trying to find Mecole Hardman, trying to find ways to get him in the open field. We go for an RPO screen there. Does not end up working. 3rd and 2 here on the 49. Damian Harris does enough for the first down. A good gain there. But really has not been getting to that 2nd level too often. Trying to find somebody downfield. He's going to end up running it for an easy first down. Headed to the sideline. Avoid Khalil Mack. I don't blame you. That's a good gain there by Philip Shelby, getting it done on the feet. On the 26 here, with 30 seconds time running out. DeAndre Swift breaks a tackle. Tried to get to the sideline, but a great job there. But we're going to let Gardner Minshew come in to tap in this drive. We're going to let DeAndre Swift finish off his drive, though, after a couple big runs and plays. So DeAndre Swift does get to finish it off. And we're going to see the backup for the Bears now. Pollard, the the second-year quarterback, is going to head to the sideline, missing the mark. He's already 0 for 2. Now, I looked at Pollard's stats earlier to the game. Not a great thrower. And a little bit of a spoiler, but it's going to show here in this game. Going down deep here. That's going to be through the hands of both guys. But we're going to see a little bit of Trace McSorley in this game as well. He's our third string quarterback. I wanted to see him. Of course, he finds Jacob Hollister downfield, who gets in the open field, and more great plays by the third tight end. Hollister in the deep crossing route gets open, and Trace McSorley gets a big touchdown there in his preseason debut. Here comes Pollard, another running quarterback, but with a very unpolished passing game. There's going to be a penalty on the field. He hits the sideline, and this is going to be a holding on the offense, I believe. And that is true. It is. 2nd and 9 now. On the 26, he's motioning out. I believe that is Tarik Cohen. Pollard is going to snap the ball, drop back, looking for an open guy. He's going to find the drag route there. That's a good gain. That's going to be enough for a first down. 1st and 10 now on the 42. Back in the shotgun. Pollard, pressure coming in, but finds a guy down the field. And that's going to be another hurdle on Amani. And Amani has been a great tackler for us throughout this series. Definitely interesting. I'm wondering if he's just facing better athletes than usual, but then I'm remembering that a quarterback hurdled him. So it is definitely interesting to see why he's been hurdled twice here this preseason when he hasn't been hurdled at all in the past 2 games and the past 2 seasons. Pollard did amount to a decent drive here, but pressure coming in. That's going to be Julian Okwara for his 2nd sack of the preseason. I really thought our backup defensive linemen have made good plays here. Didn't see too much from Ramon Beverly, unfortunately, but there's still time for him to make an impact in this preseason. Of course, there's the last 4 minutes here and all of next week, which will be in the next episode, as I said at the start, but unable to get points here in this game. It's getting pretty ugly with a 43-24 score, but we're going to see a little bit of Keyshawn Crocker here today. Haven't seen him too much, but averaging 5 yards so far with 3 carries for 15 yards. 3rd and 4 here on the 2-yard line. Trace McSorley is going to drop back, trying to find somebody downfield. We know he's got room to move, but that's going to be just short of the first down after only getting 3 yards. An interesting marking there. But we're going to try and go for it. What is there to lose? Keyshawn Crocker runs a man over, and he does get it, but there is a flag on the field, and I believe it is holding again. So I do not believe we go for it twice, this time on Rasheem Wolf. So we do indeed punt it with about 1:20. For the last game of this episode, Pollard is now going to be in the shotgun. Cohen off to his left. He is going to go to the short out route there. Doing a great job. Don't get me wrong, Pollard shows some great stuff, but if I showed you the amount of misses that go with it, this would be a long episode. But Tarik Cohen is dancing for some reason, and because of natural movement, that's going to be causing a 4th and 1. Pollard trying to make a play, and he finds a guy. This number 89, got to figure out his name as well. He's getting open here against our backups. We might see him in the regular season. Going to the corner there, but dropped, just straight up dropped by, I believe that's the fullback playing as the 3rd tight end. Going to send some blitz here with 30 seconds left. He's going to go downfield, unable to get over Akilo Weatherspoon, a big physical cornerback. We like seeing that. So a 3rd and 10 here with 30 seconds to go. Pollard is going to be in the shotgun. Cohen off to his left. He's going to drop back here, trying to find a guy in the corner. This time his guy catches it, and he's going to take this one to the end zone. So a respectable drive here to finish off the preseason for the Bears. There's nothing much happening after that. We had a great run game, but I hope you guys enjoyed the preseason, and I'll see you guys soon.